Joining in now, Cornelia Meyer. She is the CEO of Meyer Resources and the chairman and chief economist at LBV Asset Management. She joins us live this morning from Bern, Switzerland. Great to have you this morning, Cornelia. Let me just start with setting some of the stats here. So Venezuela is sitting on 303 billion barrels worth of crude oil, large reserves, small production. Trump wants U.S. companies to go in, fix the infrastructure. It sounds simple, but how complex of a task is that? How big of a task is that?
Well, thank you very much for having me, Rahel, and Happy New Year. It's a huge task, and you have to see that Venezuela produced more than 3 million barrels a day, before Hugo Chavez came into power, and now it produces less than a million barrels a day, which is, as you correctly said, less than 1%. So over 25 years, the production really deteriorated. The infrastructure is old. And upstream oil production, especially in the basin that we are in Venezuela, is not a light switch. It is something that you can switch on and off. It is major, it's major industrial heavy lifting. So yes, it's not that easy. And also, what will U.S. other than Chevron, who are already operating in Venezuela, what will U.S. Oil corporations need in terms of security in order to go in?
Yeah, I mean, to that point, what will they need? I mean, what types of guarantees do you expect U.S. companies to ask for, to need in order to move in, restart investments, which, according to our guest in the last hour, would take years, would take billions of dollars. What do they need to move forward?
Well, they will need some guarantees, and let us not forget, there have been two tranches, essentially, of nationalizations, one in the 70s and then one when Hugo Chavez came in the early 2000s of nationalizations. And, a lot of oil companies lost a lot of money in that process. So they will need guarantees. We will need to see what's happening on the security situation on the ground. We have seen in Iraq and we have seen in Libya that when the security situation deteriorated, it wasn't the Western companies that moved in. So we have to see. We don't know yet what the long and short of the security situation will be in Venezuela going forward, but that is certainly also a consideration. But might I add, this is bigger than oil. This is about the new U.S. national security strategy, and the U.S. is not happy about Chinese involvement in mining, about some Iranian involvement, and Russian military advice given in Venezuela with the new sort of Donroe Doctrine, which makes Latin America the influence sphere of America. This goes wider than just oil.
So to that point, I mean, if this is bigger than oil, how does this operation and what happens next impact dynamics, U.S. dynamics with countries like Russia, Iran, China, all friendly with Venezuela?
Yeah, it does impact. And I think the highest impact is on China, because China has really a stronghold over the mining sector in Venezuela, and that impacts silver. Silver is a very important industrial natural resource mineral. It also impacts rare earths, which are mined in countries like Venezuela or the Western Balkans and then shipped to China for refining. China has 91% of the refining capacity for rare minerals. So China will take a step back and look at this, as will Russia, as will Iran.
Yeah, as we start to see some of those comments come in. Cornelia Meyer, we'll leave it here this morning, but appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.